Do you have a thought on FEMA, Matt, on what we've been seeing in North Carolina? Because to Florida's credit, though, you guys have always kind of done this yourself, right? You've never relied on feds. Is that a correct summary of the Florida infrastructure?
Well, in Florida, our disasters are federally funded, state coordinated, and then locally executed and managed. That system has given us great muscle memory in how we deal with this, and it really keeps the decision-making out of Washington and more right there on the ground. And I wouldn't expect the folks in Western North Carolina to have the same muscle memory on something like this. They're better at driving on ice than we are, right? So this is the nature of different climates and different geographies in different places. But what I'm troubled by are the stories that we've been hearing from people who work at FEMA and who are in the National Guard about how the mobilization has not resulted in better care for the people. I'm getting information, just got another one in the last 24 hours, where FEMA employees are saying we are being mobilized, we're being brought to the affected areas, but then we aren't given orders about whether or not to set up a soup kitchen or clear a roadway or assist with some local enterprise to keep people safe. And then when folks are engaged in that good neighborly conduct, at times the bureaucracy is actually impairing the delivery of water and diapers and other essentials. That is very troubling to me. Also, it seems like FEMA is both out of money and flush with cash at the same time in a really weird way. This $640 million that under the Department of Homeland Security, under FEMA, was preserved for housing assistance. So housing assistance under FEMA, almost any reasonable person would think would be available for Americans who are displaced from their houses in a time of disaster, but that has been used on illegal immigrants. And so Mayorkas throws his hands in the air and says, we're going to be running out of money. At the same time, there's over $7 billion in FEMA accounts for disasters that have been continually extended, at times from like 16 years ago, Charlie. So here's how it goes. There's some storm of 2012, and someone gets a grant from FEMA to respond to that storm, but then they don't execute on the grant. So FEMA has the cash, they haven't deployed it, and in the case of over $7 billion, they just keep extending out the grant deadlines. That's insane. When you have people who need help right now in Appalachia and who will need Florida very soon.
Stay safe. Matt Gaetz in Pensacola. Soon it will be time for us to step up and help our fellow American, but right now it's to hunker down.